girls, to Arithmancy!
Today, we are not Professor Victor. We are
Miss Ipso,
Miss Facto. We're your substitute teachers. Beware, be ready. Let's get started.
You might be wondering what arithmancy is. Well, arithmancy means two Greek words,
Arithmos,
and mantia, meaning
numbers,
and divinations. This means that you can use numbers to tell the future.
Ooh, exciting! We have some fun things planned today. We are going to teach you how to use numbers to discover your personality, how to use numbers to discover what kind of people you might like. Do you know, Miss Ipso, guess whose favorite subject arithmancy is?
Who?
It's Hermione Granger. She loves arithmancy.
Speaking of Hermione Granger, we're going to start using your names to discover your personality.
Yay!
Inside
Let's do
and
it.
out.
Oh,
Let's
that's
do
so
it.
exciting. Whose name should we start with?
I think why not Hermione?
While studying arithmancy, you must utilize the number grid provided. Each letter represents a different number, and you will be using these to find out your personality trait, your social trait, and your heart trait.
Now let's start deciphering Hermione's name and what it means for her personality. Each letter represents a number, and we can use these numbers to do a math equation telling us her personality. So let's start with the letter H. What does that letter H mean? What number?
8.
Ooh, 8. E,
5.
R,
9.
M,
4.
O,
6.
I,
9.
N,
5.
E.
5.
All right, now that we have these numbers, let's add them together. So 8 plus 5 plus 9 plus 4 plus 6 plus 9 plus 5 and plus 5 equals
51.
51. Now that we have our number 51, let's put it back down here. 5, 1. Now add them together, and that equals
6.
6. Now what does 6 mean? Well, according to our secret card, 6 means harmony, friendship, and family life. 6s are loyal, reliable, and loving. They adapt easily. They do well in teaching and the arts, but are often unsuccessful in business. They are sometimes prone to gossip and complacency.
Now, boys and girls, that we know what Hermione's personality is like, we can figure out my Miss Facto's, my social, and my heart numbers. Well, what does social and heart mean? Social, when I'm out in the world, how I act and behave, and the heart number is how you feel on the inside. Now, how do we get these numbers? Well, just like we found out Hermione's personality, we're going to break down, and, which I already did, I put the numbers that coordinate with the letters of my name. So, for social, we're going to add up the consonants, only the consonants. Okay, so 6 plus 3 plus 2 equals 11. Now I've got a double digit, so I've got to break it down again. So 1 plus 1 equals 2, and there it is. There's my social number. The heart, just the vowels. So 1 plus 6 right here. 1 plus 6 equals 7, single digit, so I don't have to do anything else. Let's find out how I am socially. A 2. 2 represents interaction, two-way communication, cooperation, and balance. I'm imaginative, creative, sweet-natured, but, guess what? I can also like conflict, opposing forces and the contrasting side of things, night and day, good and evil. 2s can be withdrawn, moody, self-conscious, and indecisive. All right, that's my social. Now let's see, 7 is my heart. Perceptive, understanding, and bright. 7s enjoy hard work and challenges. They're often serious, scholarly, and interested in all things mysterious. Originality and imagination are more important than money and material possessions. 7s can also be pessimistic, sarcastic, and insecure. All right, boys and girls, that's how you figure out your social and your heart.
Now class, once you've discovered your personality trait number, we will be creating our very own number stained glass. Now, as Miss Ipsy, my personality trait is a number 6. So I'm going to be creating stained glass with the number 6. Let's begin.
To begin, you'll need a white piece of watercolor paper, a water bucket, paintbrush, watercolor paints, pencil, a black crayon, a ruler, and saran wrap. Now that we have our materials, let's get started. I have a template of numbers, that way I can refer to it if I'd like to use one of these as an example. To begin, you're first going to draw lightly your number in the center of your paper. I'm gonna make mine very lightly and kind of a little bit wacky to start. Now that I have my number drawn out, I'm gonna turn it into a bubble letter or a block letter or even kind of a creepy looking letter. So I'm going to start at the top here and lightly trace around what I drew. Maybe making it a little jagged. I'm gonna come all the way around without actually touching the initial letter that I wrote. Now I do have an inside to my number 6, so I'm also going to trace the inside here. Now you have to erase the first letter 6 you drew, helping create your bubble letter 6, or whatever number, of course, that you have. Now I'm gonna create a border for my stained glass. So you're gonna take a ruler and go to the edge. It's up to you how far you wanna go. And just lightly draw a straight line. And you're gonna do this all the way around, creating a nice border. Now I can start creating designs along the edges. I'm going to keep it simple. You can still use your ruler or freehand. And I might decide to add geometric shapes in the corner. So maybe I'll add a diamond to each corner. All right, I might also add a straight line, cutting it in half, a straight line. Maybe come out and add another geometric shape. I think I'm sticking with the diamonds today. Straight line, come out with another geometric shape. And you can really just add whatever you'd like and be consistent. So whatever you do at the bottom, try to do at the top. Okay, and the same thing, maybe I'll do something a little bit different at the bottom, on the side here. I might, just come out with triangles. And the same thing on the other side. All right, now you're going to break the background down into random geometric shapes. So I just actually like to draw random lines that cut into each other to make different and unique shapes. I just kind of randomly put lines throughout. And stained glass kind of looks almost like cracked geometric shapes. So you can kind of go all over, there's no right or wrong way. I'm going to leave my shape empty, or my number empty, just so that I really can see it against the stained glass background. Now once you're ready and you're kind of happy with it, like I actually might want to go back in and fix this a little bit. You can do this with pencil. But once you're happy, then you can get your black crayon and start to trace over all of your pencil marks. Now that everything is traced in black crayon, we're going to get our watercolors ready, our paintbrush and our water bucket, and saran wrap. Now we're going to use the saran wrap to create a stained glass effect. It's up to you if you want to use it or if you just rather paint it solid colors. So I'm going to start just showing you a little section, and then you can get going by yourself, testing it out the way you'd like. So I'm gonna first wet my paintbrush and grab a color. I think I'm going to stick with cool colors, so purple, blues, and greens. So I'm going to use purple, and I'm just going to carefully paint in one little section of my background. Make sure, again, you're using enough water. And then you're going to take a small piece of saran wrap, and you're going to crumple it up and carefully stick it on. I like to use my fingertips because sometimes it does like to get away from you a little bit. You might even want to pre-rip some of these because the saran wrap can get a bit tricky. And maybe I'll take a little bit more, crumple it up, and put it on. And you're actually going to leave it there to let it dry a bit. And then you're going to jump over to another spot. So maybe this time I'll do blue, and I'm going to go maybe over here so that has some time to dry. You might also want to experiment with color mixing. So maybe not just blue, but maybe I want to make blue-green, so I'll add some green next to it. And the best way to mix colors is by choosing colors that are next to each other in the color wheel or next to each other in your paint palette. So I know blue and green are next to each other, so they would mix very well together, making almost like a turquoise. Then I'm going to take my saran wrap, I'm going to rip it, crumple it a bit, and then stick it on and leave it there. Okay, and you're gonna continue this for the whole background. It's up to you if you'd like to also do the same textured effect for your number. I might just leave it plain and color it in or paint it in solid just to give it some nice contrast. I've done most of the background behind my number, but I can't exactly reach in all of the spaces because of the saran wrap. So I've given it some time to dry, and I'm going to carefully just peel up some of them to check. And it looks like actually some of them are good. So I'm gonna peel them up just so I have some room to paint even more. And you'll see they have this like textured effect that they leave behind. And you have to do this carefully, checking that it's dry enough so that you still have that stained glass effect. So this one's still wet, so I might actually leave that down. All right, and now I can actually reach in the other spots, and I'll continue and finish my stained glass project. I will probably do in the border a warm color just to give it some contrast from this cool color background. I might also do a warm color for my number. And that concludes our stained glass personality trait number. Miss Facto, now it's time to tell your future.
Miss Ipso, I can't wait. I'm ready. Let's do it. Now it's time to make a fortune teller. Whose fortune will you tell today? We are going to tell Miss Ipso's fortune. You ready, Miss Ipso?
I am ready.
Choose your house.
Slytherin.
Slytherin. So when you get the house choice, then you're going to spell it out and open your fingers. So Slytherin. S-L-Y-T-H-E-R-I-N. Okay, now, Miss Ipso, choose a number.
7.
7. So you're going to count out 7, opening and closing your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, one more number.
5.
5. Let's see what Miss Ipso's fortune will be. You are adventurous, energetic, and will take risks. Be careful. You can be impatient. Ooh, good fortune. All right, boys and girls, so this is our fortune teller. In order to make this, I'm going to show you. So here is our template. This is available to print on the website under the Harry Potter programming. We're going to cut it out, cut the square. So you're going to cut on the black, the outer black lines completely all around. And then there's a special folding trick. Which house will you choose? I'm just going to go around and make sure. I don't like the way this looks, and I'll clean up my scratch and we'll be ready to fold. All right, you're going to face down. Bring each, actually, you know what, before we have to fold it in half. Just like that. And then you're gonna turn your paper so the fold is vertical, up and down, and fold it again, just like that. Okay, we're going to open it up. Now each one of our corners is going to come into the center. Just like that. Take your time. It's important that these folds are very neat, so they all meet in the center and the rest of the folds are not hard. Okay, you're going to turn it over and again into the center. Now you're going to see the numbers. The numbers are facing you as we keep folding up into the center. Okay, one more fold. Now you're going to fold it in half. So you're going to see the houses. It's going to be a rectangle, 2 houses on each side. This part can be a little tricky. You need to find the pockets to put your fingers in. So your thumb and your pointer finger, just like this, and you gotta wiggle it a little bit. Let's see, there we go, there we go. If you have to fix your fingers, fix your pockets, and then you fold everything into the center, and there you go. And there's your fortune teller.
What fun we had today in arithmancy! Class dismissed!